now that we have found the hole that you've been dropping your money off in, that lost money, now it's time for me. What I did was I found a monthly bill that allowed me to pay it weekly. Okay, and like the lowest one that I could attack, that I could actually pay weekly. Whether it's like your car insurance, I think it was something like that for me, because it was like a 6-month span you had to knock that out. So I can start hitting that every week. Maybe not the full amount, but a good portion of it, 30, 40 or whatever. And to me, honestly, that's finding a bank.
People looking for jobs, no one looking for God. I know that you heard, but in time God is really gonna work. Whoa, he's gotta work. Yeah, he's gotta work. Whoa, he's gotta work. Yeah.
Now you got your money out of a hole, and now you're starting to put your money in a bank account. That's not necessarily a bank that you're putting it in. You know, it's like an offset bank account. Like if you got like if you live in an apartment or whatever that allows you to pay money on your rent early and partial, that's great. Car note, like I said, insurance or something like that, that'll let you put money on it instead of you waiting to that last week or the end of the month to pay. Go ahead and start paying during the week, or weekly. Start dropping gems on it early, and it's just like reserving it for a bank account, because you're going to have to pay it. It's inevitable. You're going to pay it. So all you're doing now is dropping money into the account early. Also, one big thing I did when it came to my light bill, I paid that early. Weekly, I started hitting that early. So that extra money that you had, which you was dropping in the hole, like for the videos for me, or for the shoes for you, hair, nails, watches, whatever it is, cigs, drink, whatever. Now instead of investing that money in that direction, you're going to put that money towards something positive that's going to space out a little freedom for you. So when the due date of that bill is actually ready, you're already ahead of that, and you don't have to pay full on it. But me, I would, because like when it came to like the light bill, I would pay that early, like weekly. I would drop money on it, drop 30 on it, drop 30 on it. And what that did, especially when I got ahead of it, like the bill was like, let's say $60. I'm just throwing numbers up there. The bill was like $60. I already got it up to like 100, to the point that I've paid the 60. Now there's an additional 40 on them, right? So with the additional 40 being on them, now I'm more conscious about the lights, because they have my money already ahead of time. And I remember even a situation, I'll tell y'all real quick. When I paid this bill early, I swung on the north side. I'm in Jacksonville, and I go and pay the bill early, and I go up to, I've already paid it up. You know, I'm practicing this and I'm knocking it out. And I went to the window and I tell the lady my account number or whatnot, and I'm like, yo, I'm finna drop like, I think like 100 on it. And she's like, but sir, you don't owe anything. You know, she's getting loud, like I'm making a mistake or something like that. I'm like, yeah, cool, like calm down. I'm just putting money on it. You know what I'm saying? Evidently this was unusual to her, and not just her, because she's loud to the point that people behind, in the line behind me actually are hearing it. So I'm leaving out the door, and I get this older woman, like 60, probably about 60 something years old. She stops me when I'm walking out. She's like, young man. I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, I never knew you could do that. I'm like, I'm confused. Like, and she's like, I never knew that you can pay early. Now that stuck in my brain. That put a wrinkle in my brain, because that kind of hurt. Because it was like, yo, seriously. Like, meaning that we're always stuck in that life that we think that the due date is the date that it's due. That's not true. That's what keeps interest on things. Not saying for a light bill, like for my car insurance, for sure. Car insurance, like you might not really owe $130 30 something a month. You might not. That's just added interest on it. You know what I'm saying? And the due date is not the date. That's the day to keep the interest alive on it. But if you're paying early, you knock that interest out. Because when I did that with my car insurance, it was like $130 or something like that. But when I kept paying it like weekly and knocking it down, then eventually I came into like the 4th week or the 5th week. The lady was like, yo, you do not owe this anymore. You owe like $69. She stopped me, pulled me aside. I was the only one in there. I was like, well, why don't y'all tell people that? Like, you was knocking the interest off of it. I was like, well, why don't y'all tell people that? She's like, well, think about it. How much money would we actually lose? That changed me. That changed me. She pulled me to the side. And I'm like, are you serious? Y'all, I mean, like, you know you're pocketing money, but off people paying on that principal, paying on that interest, thinking that the 30th is when it's due. No, if you pay it early, you knock that down. Now I'm paying $69. Seriously? And to go on with the older lady that did not know, like I said, it hurt me because it was like, you're 60-something years old, so this is something that you don't know, so there's no way you could have passed this information down to the generation behind you. Your daughter or your grandkids, they don't know it. So we're stuck in this mind frame, thinking that the 30th is when it's due. No, hit this stuff early. What that lie that, just pay it whenever. I never lived by that. And you shouldn't either. So all that helping, getting people to help you with you don't know. Unless you just have a spending problem. Well, you still have to get that. You're still responsible for getting that under control. Somebody can teach you and talk to you or whatever, but it's still in here. So, and especially from where I come from, it's all, no, just pay it when you pay it. You get it when they'll get it when they get it. It's a lie. Stop. Don't live by that. Stop buying up, using your money to spend on the floss and show the world that you're balling out when you can barely pay your rent, car, insurance, lights, phone. You can pay this stuff early. That'll give you the freedom. And once you have that freedom, now you can go back and grab these things and feel comfortable about it. I don't know. Just some gems, man. I learned way early. I do not have this issue. Especially for us that like to help our family, man. It's like, if you got to take care of you first and free up that money first before you can go back and start helping other people. And I had to get that too, trying to help people too early, but I'm not in position yet. I got to get in position first. I set up for my kids like Christmas and stuff like that, like now, by paying stuff early, so I'm 6 months ahead. So now I can just, let's ball. Alright, just dropping the gym, man. It's getting long again. Love y'all. About to start driving. Know how this go. I hope this is loud enough. Where are we, Rich? They don't even care. Y'all don't even care, do you?
Virginia.
We're in Virginia, headed to Massachusetts, I think. I love y'all, man. I'll talk to y'all later, alright? Be blessed. I hope this, to some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? To some of y'all. Other people like, I don't want to hear this. Whatever. Changed my life. Love y'all. Peace. Hey, don't forget to share the video. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I gotta tell you everything. Get out of my face.